What's up guys, we're here in Valencia, Spain, and in this video, we're going to show you the best things to do here. So hope you enjoy it. Valencia is located on the Mediterranean coast in eastern Spain. It's the third largest city in the country, boasting a range of sandy beaches, historic monuments, striking architecture, and a vibrant food scene. This, all without the crowds found in other large Spanish cities. In this video, we highlight 10 of the best things to do in Valencia. Make sure to watch until the end, because we also share 3 travel tips that will help you get around the city, as well as 1 bonus day trip activity. Now let's dive in. We are Zach and Ina. We make helpful videos about destinations around the world so you can easily plan your own adventures. Valencia has a rich history and is full of iconic buildings from previous civilizations. Most of the masterpieces are just minutes away from each other, tucked away in small streets filled with cafes and restaurants. Some highlights include the Valencia Cathedral, which houses the Holy Grail, the lively Virgin Square, the Round Square, the City Hall, the North Railway Station, and the Silk Exchange. The latter one is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is worth taking a look inside. The building was originally used for trading silk, and it's always been a center for commerce. If you're interested to learn more about the history and culture of Valencia, we recommend going on a free walking tour of the Old Town. We left a link with more information on that in the description below the video. One of the most iconic and historic buildings in the city is undoubtedly the St. Nicolás Church. Often nicknamed the Sistine Chapel of Valencia, the inside is decorated with beautiful Baroque decorations and fresco paintings of scenes of the life of St. Nicholas and St. Peter Martyr. You have to pay a small entrance fee to visit, but this also includes an audio guide. Just across from the Silk Exchange is another important landmark that you can't miss. The central market is filled with small traders that sell fresh produce and seafood. If you'd like to try Spanish delicacies, we highly recommend manchego cheese or jamón ibérico. If you just want to taste the food while sitting down, you can stop at the Central Bar, where you can have tapas, sandwiches, and Valencia's most iconic cocktail. In case you're looking for a market with lots of eating and drinking establishments, then head to the Cologne market instead. Only 10 kilometers outside of Valencia, you can find a peaceful oasis of paddy fields, forests, and a giant lagoon. Albufera Natural Park offers magical sunsets, boat rides, bird watching, and numerous walking trails. But besides that, it's also known as the place where paella was invented, one of the best known dishes in Spanish cuisine. It's possible to get to the lagoon by public transportation. Just hop on the EMT city bus number 24 or 25 from the center of Valencia. You can get off at the Embarcadero or El Palmar stop to enjoy a scenic boat ride on the Albufera Lagoon. So either before or after the boat tour, you can do some hiking in the area. There's lots of different trails. We chose this nice little 3-kilometer one, which took us from the bus stop by the boats and back to the bus stop. and you can see a lot of cool birds, so we'll put a link in the description if you want to follow this same trail. As Valencia is located on the Mediterranean coastline, you don't need to drive far to find a beach. Malvarrosa offers a wide strip of sand and is popular with swimmers and sunbathers. There's a large promenade next to the beach with a variety of restaurants. It's a great place to try refreshing sangria or traditional paella valenciana. Right next to the stretch of beaches, you can also find the marina, which offers a wide space for walking, cycling, enjoying the local cuisine, and taking a boat trip. A great way to learn about the city's history is by visiting the archaeological museum in the heart of the Old Town. Inside, you'll find remnants from its founding by the Romans in the 2nd century BC to the Middle Ages. Not only will you be transported back to an earlier time, but you'll also be amazed by how well some of the items are preserved. There are a number of other interesting museums in Valencia as well, such as the Interactive Science Museum, the Large Museum of Fine Arts, and the Ceramics Museum. For a more local experience, it's worth checking out areas that are located outside the Old Town. Ruzafa is a trendy neighborhood with a bustling atmosphere. The streets are filled with locals and tourists enjoying the many shops, cafes, and restaurants. The best time to visit is on Friday or Saturday night, but make sure to reserve a table in advance if you're looking to eat at one of the popular restaurants. Many of the places get booked up quickly. Another area that's worth strolling around is Barrio Del Carmen. Located on the northeast side of the Old Town, this is known to be the bohemian part of the city. It's an area with an impressive artistic heritage, rich history, and beautiful medieval architecture. One of the most impressive monuments is undoubtedly the Serranos Tower, which is one of the 2 entrance gates to the medieval city that are still standing today. It's possible to climb the stairs of the tower for a small entry fee.
This is probably the best view you can get of the city, because on the one side you can see the Old Town and all the iconic buildings, and then on the other side you have the park.
One of our favorite things to do in Valencia was to bike through Túria Park. This was once a river, but it flooded in 1957 and caused a lot of damage to the city. After that, the river was diverted and turned into a green space. Today, you'll find lots of entertainment in the park, such as sports facilities, playgrounds, and fountains. The park is about 9 kilometers or 5.5 miles long, and there are a total of 18 bridges that still cross the old riverbed. The most modern and impressive monument in Túria Park is the City of Arts and Sciences. This complex is a collection of ultra-modern structures surrounded by reflecting pools, and some of them have even become the icons of Valencia. Within these gigantic buildings are cultural venues, museums, and fun family attractions. Our favorites are Oceanographique, which is the largest aquarium in Europe, the Science Museum, and the Digital 3D Cinema. Book your entrance tickets in advance to avoid queues. We left booking links in the description below the video. While Valencia will easily keep you busy for a few days, it's also worth exploring some of the amazing places nearby. We went on a day tour to Montanejos, a mountainous region with deep gorges and mineral-rich thermal pools. The day tour started off with a scenic guided hike along the river and into the mountains. Afterwards, there was plenty of free time to cool off at the thermal pools. You can find additional information about this tour via the link in the description below the video. As we promised at the beginning of the video, we'll now share 3 travel tips for Valencia. First, Valencia is bigger than you'd expect, so choose wisely where you want to stay. If it's your first time in the city and you're mostly interested in history, the Old Town is your best pick. But surrounding areas such as Ruzafa are great to base yourself from as well. We added a few of our hotel suggestions and where we stayed in the description below the video. Second, Valencia is flat and has over 150 kilometers or 93 miles of bike lanes. Thus, the easiest and cheapest way to get around is by bike. The most popular bike sharing service is called Valencia, which allows you to ride any bike between different stations for a small short-term membership fee. Alternatively, if it's too hot to bike, it's also possible to take the EMT city bus or the metro to get between places. Finally, in Spain, people generally eat later compared to other European countries. Lunch is the heaviest, most important, and sacred meal of the day. This is also when lots of local restaurants will serve paella. Many of these local places close as early as 5 p.m., so make sure to check out the opening times before going. If you're planning your Spain trip, we recommend keeping things organized with our interactive travel planner. Find a discount code in the description below. We also included other links in the description that will help you with your trip, such as an interactive map so that you can get to each place that we mentioned. We'll catch you on the next adventure.